I mean, there is this. I have this. I don't know if this is helpful. See that?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Fuck.
Woo! YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner, and we are here. What a day it is! Warner Brothers on this grateful day, Gal Gadot's birthday. Happy birthday, Gal Gadot! This is for you. Just announced that the Snyder Cut is coming. Rest in peace, Snyder Cut. Rest in peace, Snyder Cut.
Think I effed up, y'all.
In huge news with Wonder Woman comes the absolute destruction of the Snyder Cut movement, bruh. Just announced the Snyder Cut is coming. Now, let me tell you something right now. I have a lot of things to lay out in this video.
Think I effed up.
The freaking Warner Brothers has lashed out and finally attacked and laid to rest and put to blunder how they feel about the Snyder Cut, bruh. So he announced it right there to the world live. Zack Snyder's Justice League, only on HBO Max, coming in 2021.
I think I effed up.
They put in the Harley Quinn show an actual nerd, dweeb, ignorant, idiotic, foolish, and you know what? I'm happy for those people.
I don't believe you.
Conspiracy theorist, crazed fan that just lashes out and is angry at the world. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
Oh my God.
It's gonna zoom in, I think. There it is. I'm pretty sure it's a bad film. You know, it's obvious. BVS is a bad film.
But that 30 minutes made this movie way better. I'm not even going for it. I can't even lie. I give this movie a B-. Yes.
Warner Brothers painted this man as an ignoramus. And many people from Saudi Arabia, a lot of people from the Middle East with names, acts like he knows what he's talking about, makes him look foolish.
Ben Affleck is Batman. Oh, nigga, yeah, I like you, dog.
But the reality of the situation that is actually at hand is he doesn't know jack shit. Names. They are having fun with this shit like an ignorant, crazed, fat. Thank you for the cookie. It's all I wanted. Why didn't you just give me the cookie?
I think I'm back, baby. Yeah. I'm back up in this beast. What's happening?
Mean, ignorant people from Dayton, Ohio and shit. It just keeps getting better and better. That the Snyder Cut is coming. Warner Brothers playing chess out here, bro. Warner Brothers is out here playing chess, not checkers. It's gonna be in 2021, the actual release, because we got a little work to do. Woo! That is a wrap. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this murder on screen, which confirms a lot of things that I've been saying. The Snyder Cut, as it exists, is not complete. It's not finished. It's not really a cut. So in a year, you guys will get the Snyder Cut, which means he's going to get the millions of dollars to finish shooting the film.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
All right. We're live. How's the mic coming through here? Now, I want to show that again because I want to establish just exactly what we're dealing with right now. Exactly what we're dealing with Jody's Corner. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Victor Thomas? Oh, yeah. It's going to be a fun one. How you doing, Shank Noir? What's up, Jose M? Yes, you could totally see the moment where his soul left his body in that video. Lots of fun. Yes, we got him. How's it going, guys? How's it going? It's going good. Zack Snyder fanboy. Yo, what's up? I like you have the DC logo in there. What's up, everybody? All right. So, as you all are well aware, if you're on the internet, Jody's Corner put up what we talk about. Jody's Corner put up a video entitled Zack Snyder's Secret Mystery Source Revealed, where he talks about 45 minutes of a lot of nonsense, really, a lot of misinformation, a lot of facts he gets wrong. And then he ends it with a very interesting tidbit from Clay Enos, which we all know is the set photographer from Justice League and almost every like Zack Snyder movie. He's like best friends with Zack Snyder. So very interesting what he ends it with, but like we got to go through the video and point out everything he gets wrong. I got my doggy here, Bronco. He's sleeping. He's like fucking dead asleep right there. Oh God. He's a good boy. But we're gonna go ahead and go through his video. Hopefully, I don't get a strike for this. We're hoping I don't get a strike for this. So I'm gonna be pausing the video a lot. I guess I hope that will stop the strike. I really can't afford another strike, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. Why not? I'm gonna pull up the video here. And we're just going to go through. I don't think I'm going to go through all the 45 minutes because that would take a long time. But we're going to go through the first, like, at least 10 so I can point out some of these glaring problems with it. And then we'll get to the ending part, and I'll talk about my feelings towards that because, honestly, there is a little truth to it. But, like, Jesus Christ, the amount of things this man gets wrong here. The amount of things. Okay, let's pull it up here. Hold on here. I gotta get things set up here. Is this view better? This view might be a little better here. We don't need the whole fucking video taking up the screen. So what's up, guys? Jose M. Jody and he love to make up stuff for clicks. That's all this. Oh yeah. Do you guys remember? Like it was just a few days ago. Andy Signor was talking about how Henry Cavill is definitely in Shazam 2. And then it comes out that he's not in Shazam 2 at all. Like, he's not in Shazam 2. A lot of people ran with that Shazam news. I was a little surprised by that. Oh, yeah, the like to dislike ratio is also pretty rough. Let's see what, definitely Film God might make a video on this. What was Lemon and Film Gob is coming from Film Gob is gonna make probably a video about this. I was thinking about making a video too and like editing all like the corrections in it, but I'm like that would take way too fucking long. So I thought this would be a little quicker. But anyway, let's get to it. I have it right here. I'm gonna try to see if I can put the window in a spot that makes sense here for me. Oh, wait. I could do this and put this on this side. Perfect. Because now I can see you guys' comments and shit. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's get into it. Let's hear him out a little bit. Let's hear Jody a little bit, how he starts this. Can you guys hear it? First of all, can you guys hear it? Hold on. I might have to redo this. Hold on. Did I click the share audio? I know. We're already a mess right now. Hold on. It's pretty easy to find this video since it's blowing up. Yeah, you want the amount of people that have watched this video already. Mind blowing. Let's go through this ad here. And we'll set this up here. Pause. Oh, yeah. You can't hear it. I knew it. I fucked it up already. All right, let's do it again here. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share audio. God, they don't make the box big enough. I swear to God. Okay. And as you can see, the likes to dislikes, pretty rough. But you know what? I expected that because I think he had like 150 dislikes before the video even premiered. So like people already were like, not gonna, listen to anything he said anyway. All right. So this should work better.
Fiasco.
Can you hear it now?
What do you say?
This is brought to you by Miller Lite. the 32 ounce. All right. Oh, wait. OG Willikers, what does Zach have to hide? We're about to find out. Jody's going to drop something huge. Let's see. Let's see what it is here, guys.
YouTube was good. It's your boy, Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. And as promised, I told you guys that I would give you guys exactly the source of how I know everything that I know about Zack Snyder and his intentions.
By the way, he doesn't give the source to like the last 5 minutes, so it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy.
A lot of people don't know, something that I don't think anybody knows it or has reported on, period, out there. But in order for me to finally get to that, I need to give you guys a story. I got to start from the beginning one last time and let you guys and explain to you guys exactly how we've gotten to this point. Because I've stayed silent, holding on to this information for a long time.
2 years. I think he said since like 2018, right? So like almost 3 years he's held on to this information he's going to share in the last 5 minutes. I don't know why people hold on to information for this long. Yeah, give you brain cancer. Oh yeah.
I just feel like it was the right thing to do. I feel like I wasn't.
Yeah, now it's the right thing to do, guys. It's the right thing to do. I don't know why he didn't share this information like months ago. You know, it's kind of like the problem I had with the whole Ray Fisher thing. Like, why didn't you share this shit years ago?
I feel like I didn't care enough to even release or even talk about it. But a lot of that has changed, you know. All
right, we're gonna skip ahead just a little bit.
And that his fandom not only is not toxic, but he says that he believes he has the best fandom ever because they raised money for suicide prevention that they weaponized. That was the last straw for me.
Okay, that article is talking about Zack Snyder never said that his fans aren't toxic at all. He just said that he doesn't see how they could be completely toxic because they gave money to a charity. I could see where Zach's coming from on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's not 100% toxic, but there are some toxic people in it. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But Jody, like, he hears the little tidbits he wants to hear, and he just runs with it, right? Let's go.
And now I don't have any loyalty to even not revealing my source of his true intentions that I've known for over 3 years now.
You've known it for 3 years. He's known it for 3 years, guys, and he didn't bother to share it with anyone till now. Now, you know how I feel about this, guys. If you see my videos, you know how I feel about people holding on to shit for years and not share. Okay, let's go. Okay,
so let's take a trip down memory lane in order to catch us up. This starts all the way back in March 25th of 2016, the day that will live in infamy. On Jody's Corner, I released the BVS rant. Prior to this,
okay, let's talk about this BVS rant, guys. Oh yeah. He's real soft spoken now because he has something serious to say. But let's his BVS rant video. What is the one thing I keep referencing in that Jody Corner video I made, right? Because after he made this rant, 2 weeks later, or like a month later, whenever the Ultimate Edition came out, Jody comes out and says that the 30 minutes makes the movie way better, brah. It makes the movie way better, brah. I can't even lie. I can't even front. You know, the 30 minutes makes that movie so much better, brah. And then what does he reference in this video right at the beginning? His fucking BVS rant that is completely irrelevant now because he already said he loves that extra 30 minutes. So
this movie,
good.
I had all
So
the hype
good.
that this movie was going to be great because it was Batman and Superman. For the first time in my life, I was going to be able to see Batman and Superman on screen together, something that I never thought was going to ever happen. It happened. So leading up to the release of this film, I guess you could say I was pretty darn excited. This was a lifetime thing for me. BVS sucked. I'm doubling down. That is.
But that 30 minutes made that movie so much better, bro. Okay, let's go ahead and skip this part. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much.
Made Doomsday. So in essence, Doomsday was the son of his father, Lex Luthor. I'm done. I just really want to.
All right, wait a minute. Did I miss that part? What did he say right there?
Foreign tie-ins to the Justice League. You had a whack, trash,
Okay.
goofy, weird Zod, a dead Jimmy Olsen.
A whack, trash, goofy Zod. A whack, trash, goofy Zod. It was a dead body. Like, what could be trash? It was a dead body. Like, it was for one scene, like 2 scenes, right? Wild.
A dead Richard Grayson. You had Doomsday in this thing. You did the death of Superman in this movie, and Doomsday and Lex Luthor brought Doomsday to life by taking the DNA of himself and a dead Zod that they had kept somewhere and made Doomsday. So in essence,
okay, so he's explaining what happened in the movie. I'm happy that Jody watched the movie, and I'm happy he's explaining exactly what happened in the movie, right? Yes, Lex Luthor used his living blood to bring back Zod in a Doomsday form. Yes, we get it. We get it. How does that make the movie bad? Like, he's trying to say what makes the movie bad, but he keeps saying, like, things that are in the movie. Like, okay, why does that make the movie bad? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's not even fucking.
Was the son of his father, Lex Luthor. I'm done. I just really want to talk about it no more. It was just a travesty of a film, and overall, it was boring, dark, bland, and CG.
But that 30 minutes make the movie so much better, bro. That 30 minutes make that movie so much better, bro.
It's a typical Snyder film. Now, to let you guys know, I love Dawn of the Dead. I love Watchmen, and I love 300. My main issue with Zack Snyder has always been the way he handles DC films. DC gave Zack Snyder the keys to the franchise in 2016 and said, go ahead and do it.
Okay, so that's the first fact. Let's get the first fact he gets wrong. DC gave the keys of the kingdom to Zack Snyder in 2016. Guys, they gave the keys to the kingdom in 2012 when he was making Man of Steel. You know what I'm saying? He's off by like 4 years here. All right, that might be a little bit of a quibble with me, but like, that's a big detail to just like flip it about. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got the keys to the kingdom when he was making Man of Steel, right? That was 2012, 2011. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I'm a Zack Snyder fan, guys. Y'all remember that Collider video? but I'm a Zack Snyder fan. I've seen Dawn of the Dead. Literally, like, he off the jump, he's already contradicting himself and getting some facts wrong already. Off rip, he's already getting facts wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zack Snyder made Man of Steel in 2012. Maybe we have to look at the production dates, but it's like 2012. So not 2016. BVS came out in 2016. They filmed BVS in 2014. So what's Jody talking about? What is Jody talking? I gotta remember to look at the camera. The camera's up here. It's like way out of the way, so I gotta remember to look at that. But anyway, yes, he's a Snyder fan, guys. He's a Snyder fan.
What you want? After Christopher Nolan finished the Dark Knight trilogy in 2012,
yes,
I remember the name of the article. The articles that were out was that DC is back. Darker is better. Is darker better? Darker is better. Darker is better. They wanted that to be the narrative of the future of DC. And who did they pick? They picked Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan turned it down. He didn't want to do a Superman movie because he's too Superman. He likes to do ground-based characters, but there's somebody that he did say, hey, Warner Brothers, take a look at this guy. Maybe he could do it for you. That guy's name was Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder had the keys given to him by Warner Brothers, who was desperate to catch what Marvel was doing with their on fire MCU, because by 2012, Avengers 1 hit $1.5 billion. Ding, ding, ding. They saw those dollars.
This is a funny spreadsheet that he brings up. This spreadsheet right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I can make it a little bigger right here. You guys can see a little better there. This spreadsheet he brings up here, I think is just, if I'm looking at it, this is just superhero movies. This isn't the biggest blockbuster hits of all time. If it was, you would see Gone with the Wind at the top. You would see Avatar up here somewhere. I don't see Avatar on here at all. So this is just superhero movies, by the way. So that kind of inflates the whole Avengers thing. But, let's keep going here. I mean, yeah, I like Avengers. I don't think it's like the greatest thing ever. But, like, yes, he's just using a superhero movie spreadsheet here. to get his point across, which his point isn't very good. It's not very good. But let's keep going here.
Dollar signs. They said, give it to us. Man of Steel came out. You know, that's not a Superman movie. I have my issues with Man of Steel. Later down the line, I could acknowledge that Man of Steel is a good film, but it's a trash Superman movie.
Brought to you by High Life.
BVS comes out, flops. Warner Brothers saw that Man of Steel was polarizing.
Okay. Man of Steel was polarizing. We get it. Critics didn't like it. Audiences were split on it. But to say it flopped is an over-exaggeration because it really didn't. Because as he brings up this spreadsheet right here, I'll make it a little bigger right here. We see Man of Steel's ranked 34, but if you go up to Batman versus Superman, Batman's 17. It's top 20 in superhero movies of all time, guys. Batman vs. Superman is the top 20 grossing superhero movies of all time. That argument cannot be denied. It's fucking bigger than both those Deadpool movies. The early Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. It's right there. I mean, it's right behind Spider-Man 3, of course, because of course Spider-Man 3 made a shit ton of money, of course. But yeah, like to say BVS was a complete flop is kind of disingenuous because financially it was a success. It wasn't a big enough success for Warner Brothers. I think that is the distinction that needs to be made, is that it wasn't big enough for Warner Brothers. They were expecting like 1.5 billion, like 1.5 billion to 2 billion. They didn't get it. So that disappointed them. The critical divide disappointed them. The audience divide disappointed them. And it panicked them. That panicked them, that audience reaction. So let's get that out of the way. It wasn't a flop. It was not a flop financially. Okay? Let's keep going.
$668 million in the box office. Relatively okay, but also relatively disappointing. It didn't live up to their expectations. So that's one failure. And the critics were...
Okay. Didn't live up to expectations? True. Maybe they had too much expectations for the movie. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. Okay.
So on Man of Steel. BVS comes out. How is it that you can make a movie with the actual Trinity in it? With Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Not to mention Lex Luthor and Doomsday with a Dead Zod cameo.
As if a Dead Zod cameo is the reason people were going to see Batman versus Superman, right? Like, what? Like, what? Dude, like, when that Dead Zod cameo popped up, like, I was like, woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, God, dude. Okay. Keep going, Jody. Keep going, Jody.
Doesn't even crack 900 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Batman versus Superman, the film that has never been seen and is one of the nerd's most iconic cum shots of all time,
is top 20 in superhero films. Let me finish his sentence for him. BVS is in the top 20 grossing superhero films of all time. Let it sink in, guys. It might be a disappointment to the studio Warner Brothers, but when you look at the list that he has right here, it's in the top 20. 300 movies come out every year. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. The problem is the studio panicked when they shouldn't have. They should have just kept going. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of a disappointment, but it wasn't enough of a disappointment to just completely scrap everything and panic and turn to Josh Whedon to fix everything. That is definitely the point here, right? Top 20. Like, think about all these superhero films. Think about all this shit. And BVS is top 20. That's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going.
Couldn't make $1 billion in the box office.
It didn't make
when that same year, a couple of months later, Captain America Civil War passes up BVS with $1 billion threshold mark. And they didn't even do their heroes right, because Civil War, that wasn't even the Civil War story. They didn't even have half the characters.
As if anybody cares, right? As if anybody that watching MCU cares about the comics. All right, but let's keep going.
That
What's
pissed
up,
Warner
Anthony?
Brothers off tremendously, and it pissed me off, and it pissed a lot of other fans off to know that you can only make $886 million or whatever it is
First of all, they would kill for $800 million, guys, right now. They would kill for it. No film is going to be making that kind of money for another, like, 2 years almost. Like, so they would kill for that right now.
Batman and Superman movie should have cracked $2 billion just off GP. Just off principle, it should have made that money, but it didn't. It was a huge flop. Critically, probably.
He just said again, it's a huge flop. It's not true. It's not true. Financially, it made its money back. Did it make like this huge fucking figure that Warner Brothers wanted? No. Okay? But it did make its money back. The movie cost $250 million to make. It made almost $900 million. You know, that's a success. You can't fucking, you can't chop it up anyway. It wasn't a success with the critics, okay? Or audiences. I get it. Some of us like the fucking movie. Some of us like the goddamn movie. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Even worse. They didn't like it. It was panned. Then we had Suicide Squad, which is another heavily produced Zack Snyder project. He was more heavily involved with that than Wonder Woman, of course. David Ayer.
All right, that's incorrect. Zack Snyder was a producer on Wonder Woman. He wrote the story for Wonder Woman. He wrote part of the screenplay, I think. I don't know. We could look up IMDb, but he definitely wrote the story for Wonder Woman. I also know Jeff Johns had a lot to do with the writing of Wonder Woman, that first Wonder Woman movie, especially that third act, which I like. A lot of people don't like that third act, but I like that third act. I want to see Ares fight in a Wonder Woman movie. So, but let's keep going here because he says something else about this Wonder Woman movie. First of all, he says that Zack Snyder wasn't involved on the first Wonder Woman movie, which doesn't make a lick of sense because he was. He co-wrote the story, and he was a producer on the movie. So it's like, just look at IMDb, Jody, for a second. Just for a second.
Flop that joint up. He said F Marvel. Then he said, "Oh, but yeah, my movie sucks."
He says right here that David Ayer flopped Suicide Squad. We all know it was a studio interfered movie. They took the movie out of David Ayer's hands and they totally changed the movie. We'll see if we ever get that David Ayer cut. I highly doubt it. Yeah, it looked ridiculous. Oh yeah, the first 30 minutes of this video.
Then we got a different Ayer cut. Then we got a rated R extended cut. It's weird. That didn't work. Wonder Woman saved the day because I put my entire channel on that movie, and I knew that movie was going to be great because I believed in Patty. I knew about Patty's talent.
All right, all right. He's saying that Patty Jenkins saved the Wonder Woman movie when we all know for a fact that Patty Jenkins was getting tons of studio notes on that first Wonder Woman movie. She had to fight with the studio tooth and nail for everything. Wonder Woman 84, she got full control. That's like fact. She got full control on Wonder Woman 84. She didn't have full control on the first one. She had to fight with the studio. Zack Snyder was helping her fight with the studio, And it came out pretty good. I don't know. That confrontation, the notes, it actually worked for that first Wonder Woman movie. I don't know, make of that what you will. But the fact that he says that Patty Jenkins had full control of the first Wonder Woman movie is a straight up lie. It's a lie. It's not. It's a not true. It's a not true. She had full control of Wonder Woman 84. So take that with what you will. I'm saying? Here we go.
I believed in her. I believed in her eye and her vision, and I put my channel on the line to defend her when people were telling me I was crazy. It worked. Wonder Woman was the only single film of the DC universe that actually worked. And lo and behold, it's the one movie that doesn't look anything like a Snyderverse film. Now, why could that be? And these are the type of things that
Hot Taste. All right, Hot Taste says Zack Snyder didn't write the story. Yes, he did. Check IMDb. All right, and then come back here. All right, check IMDb. I promise you. Zack Snyder's a co-writer on the story, not the script, the story. Okay? Yes, Troy James, we know. Yes, Troy James. Yes, Troy James. Yeah, check IMDb. You only check IMDb right now? We could do it right now, guys. I promise you, Hot Take. We're not bullshitting anybody here. We don't do that bullshit here. You want that bullshit? You go to fucking some other channels. Okay?
I've been saying. Right. Yes, I'm loudmouth. Yes, I say Snyder's DC movies are trash all the time. Yeah, I have the right to do that.
Yeah, we know, Jody. We know you say Zack Snyder's movies are trash all the time. We know that.
I hate those movies so much because what it did was it put DC in the hole, because everybody's perception of the DC universe was a negative one. Unless you're a hardcore DC fan, or you're a huge DC fanboy, or if you're a Nolan or a Snyder fanboy, you didn't like DC and it was negative. Wonder Woman got the effects of that movie. I'll never forget how Patty Jenkins had a cold start. She had a negative 30-foot start from the start line because of what Snyder did to the universe.
She had a negative 30-foot start line, and yet Wonder Woman is the first Wonder Woman movie is considered the best DC movie. You know what I'm saying? Out of all these movies, everybody hails it as like the best fucking DC movie. You know, what are you trying to say, Jody? Did she have control? Was she fighting against the studio? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Jody? What do you guys say in your chat? Bro, I have my dog, he's sleeping like a motherfucker right now. He's sleeping, he's knocked out. He's knocked out right now. He's a good boy. Dude, just, oh my God, hot take. Just fucking look at it, Davey. Right, Zack Snyder wrote the story here. I'm not saying he wrote the script, he wrote the story. We're saying Chatty Patty. That's funny. That's a funny nickname. Yeah, I know. I point that out at the beginning collection. Go check that out. Let's keep going here. Nobody thought her film was going to be good. Lots of rumors came out saying her film was already bad. Rumors and reports were coming out that her movie was a failure, was a disjointed mess, and Patty was a tyrant on set. I heard these things. All of these things were tied to the dark narrative that surrounds not only DC movies on their own, but surrounds Zack Snyder's dark, gritty, heavily CGI, gray, red sky, blurry, non-heroic, off Elseworld story characters. Non-heroic. I mean, Superman just saved the planet like how many times in those first two movies? Nothing heroic about that, guys. Nothing heroic about that.
I was very vocal about all of these things. My disdain for how DC was, to the point where I went to Marvel and I said, show me the way. Marvel showed me the way. I had my eye on DC, came back a couple times. They didn't get their act together, even though we knew the path that they were going forward with. Once DC saw that Wonder Woman was the way and made that money, and also was the first critical success unanimously across the board, DC said, we need more of this. And that's when they knew they wanted to abandon the Zack Snyder method, and they wanted to move forward with more of a Patty Jenkins-esque method.
Dude, that first Wonder Woman movie is pretty much in line with BVS. Like, what are you talking about, Jody? Like, do you see the third act of Wonder Woman? It's literally, it looks like it's pulled straight out of BVS with the color grading, the fire behind Ares. Like, it looks fucking like Doomsday Fight. It looks like the same shit. But of course, I mean, it has nothing to do with Zack Snyder's verse, even though it directly ties into BVS. He's kind of just talking out of his ass at this point. And
that's the future they wanted to follow. Now,
of course,
Justice League was a film that was coming out in a hybrid phase in between after Wonder Woman and before Aquaman. I let all of my fans know, do not give Justice League too much of a hard time and don't put too much weight on it. That's a Snyder film. That's a Snyder film that was filming during the same time Wonder Woman was filming.
Justice League that came out 2017. Ugh. Sorry, excuse me. I got a frog in my throat. Justice League that came out 2017 was a Zack Snyder film. Don't put much weight on it. It's a Zack Snyder film. Do you believe what this guy is saying right now? Can you fucking believe this shit right now? What? Where have you been? They shot Justice League right after Batman versus Superman came out. Like literally like 2 weeks after BVS came out, they shot Justice League for 7 months. All right? Let's fucking... Goddamn.
So I ask you guys, they didn't course correct for Justice League. We need to look to Aquaman to be the
They didn't course correct for Justice League. They didn't course correct for Justice League. What do you think that movie that came out in 2017 was? That was them trying to course correct. You know what I'm saying? That was them getting Josh Whedon in to change the movie to course correct. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? What? Dude. That Justice League wasn't a course correct, guys. That they were just trying to get Zack Snyder's movie out there, right? That's why we fought for 4 years to try to get Zack Snyder's movie.
First project from DC since Wonder Woman came out and shown Warner Brothers what they want to do. That's how we judge the future. Jody Damas, that's exactly how it happened. But Justice League did come out. It did flop. It did make only $650 million.
You can thank Warner Brothers for that. You can thank Warner Brothers. Okay? You know, Jody? You can thank Warner Brothers for why Justice League flopped. All right? If they just went through with what Zack Snyder was doing, they wouldn't have to do $100 million in reshoots, which wouldn't inflate the budget, which means they would have made their money back. And it wouldn't have flopped. BVS made its money back. So technically it's not a flop. But anyway, let's facts be damned here. Facts be damned.
Roughly around there. Forgive me if I'm shy on the numbers. Justice League was a terrible film for a lot of people. Joss Whedon.
Yeah, and Josh Whedon kind of blamed for that. You know, they brought him in hoping he could reshape the movie to something completely different. And it didn't work. Surprise, surprise. It didn't work. So whose fault is that? You know what I'm saying? Is it Zack Snyder's fault? No. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even put his fucking movie out there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even put Zack Snyder's movie out there to give it a chance to flop. But anyway.
Hired to finish Justice League because Zack Snyder.
No, he wasn't hired to finish Justice League. He was hired to change Justice League. He was hired to completely reshape the movie. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Unreal.
Had to
this is gonna be a long video.
Away due to a death in the family. The one mark on Warner Brothers' head that I won't ever forgive and that I got to be honest with is the way they chose to let Zack Snyder go was very unprofessional and it was outright wrong. I don't think that using the death of the man's daughter in order as an excuse to get him out of there was right. But at the same time,
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the excuse to get Zack Snyder out of there. I'm pretty sure that was just the breaking point for Zack Snyder. Maybe someone could correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder said in an interview recently that he was sick of all the bullshit he was getting while making Justice League. And he was about to leave anyway. The death of his daughter was just one of those factors that added on top of all the bullshit he already endured. Zack Snyder left, guys. Like, there's no doubt about that. He gave up on that Justice League movie. You know what I'm saying? They didn't force him out. You know what I'm saying? They were just giving him so much shit that he decided to leave. That's a fact. That is a fucking fact. And the death of his daughter was just one of those horrible things that just added on top of it. And he, you know, that's what led to it.
The public knows.
Anyway.
The public knows of the idea that they utilized his daughter's death to actually exit Zack Snyder off of the film. But I would tell you, to the people that I know within Warner Brothers, is that Zack Snyder absolutely knew his end was coming, and he sensed the writing on the wall, and he knew he was being fired. But this is a better story
wasn't fired.
to use because it doesn't look publicly like he was fired. Why was Zack Snyder fired from Justice League? A lot of people have their own ideas, but I have the truth. And the truth is that after BVS came out, more insider information, I'm sorry. After BVS came out. Failed critically. And according to expectations, failed financially. Because even though $900 million is a lot of money and they made money, the bar that they raised for that film was not reached.
It was not reached, guys. That $1 billion was just not
the money
reached.
It should have made, it didn't make. So the way Warner Brothers saw it, it was a financial failure. Because in 2016, 2 months later, Civil War made $1 billion and they didn't even have half the characters.
Yeah, but the MCU had about 10 years of built-up fan base before Civil War came out. Of course it's going to make a fucking $1 billion. Every goddamn Avengers film has made like $1 billion. Civil War was essentially a fucking Avengers film. Of course it's going to make $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, killing me right now. Killing me. What do you guys say in the chats here? Does anyone know Snyder Cut Blu-ray release date? I do not know. I do not know. We have to get on top of that immediately, John. We have to get on top of that immediately. Okay.
But here we are with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, the DC Trinity, and we can't crack 900 million. Warner Brothers wasn't having that. They said, we got to get this guy out of here. His contract's almost up after his third film. He's gone. It was already done. By the time BVS came out, the writing was on the wall as he was filming that movie. A lot of people don't know that was what was going on inside of Warner.
Yeah. To an extent, yeah, Zack Snyder knew his time was coming up. That's why he shot everything he could possibly shoot. He shot every bullet. Remember that quote from Zack Snyder? If you're going to take make one of these big budget films, you shoot every bullet you got. That's what Zack Snyder did on Justice League. They're saying Zack Snyder shot like different versions of every single scene in that movie. Which is fucking crazy to think about. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think about that Zack Snyder shot different takes of every scene in that movie because he knew the studio was going to come in and fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going here.
Brothers, but that's more insider information to you now. Warner Brothers absolutely had full intention and plans on firing Zack Snyder after BVS was released.
They had full intentions of firing Zack Snyder, even though they shot all of Justice League with Zack Snyder there. For 7 months and $200+ million, they shot Zack Snyder's Justice League. Guys, they were willing to work with Zack Snyder, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they fucking shot his whole movie. You know what I'm saying? They probably weren't thinking about firing him. They were thinking about trying to get him to finish his movie while taking all these fucking notes they were giving him, right? They were trying to get him to change and mold the movie into what they wanted. They weren't thinking about firing him. If they were going to fire him, they would have did it before fucking Justice League started filming, okay? But they didn't. They gave him $200+ million and they shot 7 months. You don't do that with somebody you're going to fire, okay? But, they just gave him too many notes and Zack Snyder didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. But, anyway.
They already knew it while BVS was being made. Ben Affleck with the sad Affleck emoji. You guys know when him and Henry Cavill.
This fucking sad Affleck. Will we ever escape the sad Affleck?
Divided. A lot of them don't really like your film. Don't really like some of the film. Henry Cavill gives his PC answer like a PC Cavill should. He's being a pro. But you can't help but see the look of sadness on Ben Affleck's face. Someone who really loved the Batman character. Someone who really disagreed with a lot of the things that were happening on set. Somebody who felt that Batman, even himself, wasn't being done justice, even though he liked a lot of the things that he did in the cowl.
All right. He says that Ben Affleck was sad because Batman wasn't done justice. In the same sentence, he says he liked everything he did in the cowl. If you like everything he did in the cowl, like, you would think it's done justice. Ben Affleck is sad in this moment because the audience reacted the way they did to a movie he thought was good. Guys, that's the reality, okay? Ben Affleck is sad right there because he liked BVS and he thought everybody was going to like it. And when it turns out nobody liked it, he fucking was hurt. Just like Zack Snyder was hurt. Go watch those interviews, man. Zack Snyder looks like he's defeated when he hears about the fucking reviews. You can't get around that fact. But Zack Snyder hates what they did with the character, even though he loves everything he did in the cow. He fucking just contradicted himself. Okay? But this video is getting really long here. Maybe we should just skip ahead to the part I want to talk about here.
It hurt Ben Affleck.
It hurt
very
Ben
much so.
Affleck.
By the time
The
Justice League
audience reaction
was
hurt Ben
shooting,
Affleck.
Warner Brothers and the air around Zack Snyder was starting to thin because Zack Snyder knew that he was on his way out as soon as the final shot was shot.
That's why he
That's
shot
kinda
all
what
his
happened.
bullets, guys. I shot all his bullets.
Zack Snyder took a finished rough cut, and he showed Warner Brothers his film. What should have been the very same film that you guys are going to watch in March of 2021 upcoming. That film has a lot of new scenes added to it. But that same film,
That's the understatement of the year. Zack Snyder's Justice League has a few new scenes added. That's the understatement of the fucking year, guys. What? It has 3 hours of new footage added. 3 hours! That's completely different film right there. 3 hours of new footage. At least 3 hours of new footage. 4-hour movie in total. Gallo. Yeah, Justice League made $635 million. First Iron Man made, yeah. But it's the fact that they spent so much on the reshoots is why Justice League flopped. That's why it flopped. Here, Hot Take says they could have fired him before BVS hadn't come out. They started shooting Justice League around the time BVS was coming out. Yes. Listen, if they were gonna fire Zack Snyder, why wouldn't you do it during production? Why would you wait till midway through post-production to fire him? It doesn't make any sense, guys. That doesn't make any sense. Zack Snyder willingly left. I think that's 100% true. Zack Snyder willingly left. And then when he was gone, the studio was like, all right, we can do whatever we want now. That's exactly what happened, okay? If you're going to fire somebody, you don't let them shoot $200+ million worth of footage. Right? Why would you do that? All right? Doesn't make any sense.
Warner Brothers seen that film almost 4 years ago. And when Snyder put all the studio heads in the room and screened that movie to show them what he's been working on post BVS for Justice League, the reception was damning, to say the least.
Damning!
Those studio heads got so scared, they panicked. They said, this movie is garbage. There's no way we can release this. Cut it shorter. Cut it out. You know what? You're gone.
I'm pretty sure they didn't think it was garbage. I'm pretty sure they thought it was just too adult. It was just too goddamn adult. So, yo, welcome. You can't call me Joey. Welcome to the stream. I'm not on Discord. All right. Yes. My dog left. He's out of here. Floppy. He was snoring too. He was snoring like a motherfucker. What you want? I'm not gonna give you a treat. Yeah, you goddamn mind. Yes, he's awake. He was snoring. Did y'all hear him snoring? Anyway, dude, those Warner Brothers executives, they didn't think the movie was bad. They thought it was just not what the audience wanted. Can we get that straight? Can we get that straight here? Because of the audience reaction to BVS. Think about it. It was completely polarized. So they're looking at Justice League, which is a continuation of BVS, and they're like, well, if the audience was polarized on BVS, they're going to be just the same on this Justice League. That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking it's like a fucking horrible movie here. But go find a spot, Bronco. Go find a spot. I know. He wants to stay by me. I don't know. Oh, yeah. 5 weeks away. Expect heavy fire. Oh, yeah. Gosh. Dude, they were just giving him way too many notes on that Justice League. But anyway, let's skip ahead here to the actual point of this video, which he doesn't get to for like 40 minutes. All this is nonsense. All this is fucking nonsense. But we're going on a long time here, all right?
Then I said, that's messed up what they did to Zack.
All right, this is the part where he like This is the whole meat of the video here. 32 ounces. Damn. Okay. This is the whole meat of the video. He's about to talk to Clay Enos, who's the set photographer of Justice League and every other Zack Snyder project. And he's going to pretend to be a fan of Zack Snyder, and he's going to try to get Clay Enos to talk here.
Fed me information. And he didn't know he was feeding me information. Because why would he doubt me? We're on Warner Brothers property. We're at official location. We're at official set.
He's on the Wonder Woman set.
So what I decided to do was I pretended to be a Snyder fan, and I asked him questions. After we've talked and all the proof was all there, and then when the name drops, you guys will understand.
Rocco,
I said,
he's over here.
What was it like for Zack to have to step away from his Justice League movie? He answered. Then we started to talk about it, and I asked him, did he feel some type of way when Joss Whedon and all them had to come in and finish his film?
No shit, he felt some type of way.
That's messed up what they did to Zack, having him in that moment, having to step away from the film, and they took over his movie and butchered it, at which he had a lot to say. This person told me that Zack Snyder hates Joss Whedon. He says to get a Marvel guy to come over and come and finish the film like that, he's a scumbag. Scumbag. How does Zack feel about Joss? We talk about him all the time. He's a scumbag and he's going to go down. That's a quote. He's a scumbag and he's going to go down. And I'm like, okay.
All right, you can call that a thinly veiled threat, guys. You call it. I get it. Hot takes. Yeah, I know your intentions. You're good. You're a good guy. Clay would never speak to this piece of shit. That's what You Call Me Joker says. This is the interesting thing, guys, because Jody was on the set of Wonder Woman, and he shows a photo at the end of this video, and he implies that Clay Enos took the photo. So he probably did talk to Clay Enos, and he was faking that he was a Zack Snyder fan, and then Clay Enos opens up to him about what him and Zack Snyder talk about, which is kind of weird. Like, why would Clay Enos talk to a complete stranger about this stuff? Kind of weird. But still, it's a very interesting thing that Clay Enos would openly say a threat like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they better watch their backs. They're going to go down. That's kind of interesting that Clay Enos would ever say that to anybody. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe he said it, maybe he didn't. We know for a fact that, Clay Enos, Zack Snyder, they are not fans of Joss Whedon. They're not fans of Jeff Johns. Like, do we really need Jody to tell us this? Like, we fucking know this. You know what I'm saying? Go look at anybody that is fucking covering the Zack Snyder news. We all hear the same shit. And most of it is coming from Clay Enos. Funny enough. But still, like, why do you think everybody keeps spreading this stuff about, Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns? Because this is what they hear from people like Clay Enos. So, it's just interesting that Jody also had the same information, but he's framing it in a really, painting Zack Snyder in a really bad light. Essentially saying that Zack Snyder has been planning out this whole thing to get back at Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns and all the executives of Warner Brothers for years. Years. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to think. It's crazy to think about that. Which, I don't know, anything could be possible, but still, like why? You know what I'm saying? Why would you hold on to that information for years, Jody? You know what I'm saying? When all this shit's going down, it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. But if let's keep you listening. Well, let's keep listening.
A lot of people could think, all right, there's a lot of things with that. There's a lot of stuff, rumors about Joss Whedon that I have heard. I have insiders that know about that too. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around with Joss Whedon that I'm not going to talk about, but the rumors are out there. But
why not talk about it? You're talking about the Zack Snyder. Why not talk about the Josh Whedon stuff. Like, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Josh Whedon was pretty much, shitty on that Justice League set. I think that's a foregone conclusion here. We've heard similar stories about other movies about Josh Whedon. So why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you protecting Josh Whedon? That's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's keep going here.
What he was talking about was more predicated to him in the film. They talked about how Joss was talking smack about Justice League, how it all got back to Zack, and how they would sit and talk for hours about how messed up the situation was. He said that John...
And why wouldn't they, guys? Why wouldn't you talk about how messed up the situation was on Justice League? Is he supposed to be happy? I mean, is Zack Snyder supposed to be happy about what happened on Justice League? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, Jody? Like, of course they're going to talk about how much they don't like these studio heads. Like, of course. You know, of course they're going to say the people that took over the movie were scumbags. Of course they're going to say that. What else are they going to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else are they going to fucking talk about? You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
I'm sorry. Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns are going down. Zack Snyder wants Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon to go to, and he said Kevin Tsujihara. He says it starts all the way from the top. Zack wants Kevin's head, Zack wants Joss's head, and Zack wants Joss Whedon's head because they came in and took over his movie and he was sad and bitter about it. I said, was he affected by it? Is he hurt? He said, yeah, he's hurt. He's sad and he's furious and he's pissed off about it. He says it's foul what they did to him.
It is. Like, what are you trying to say, Jody? Like, yes, it was fucked up what they did. They did it for very specific reasons. You know what I'm saying? They did it mainly because people like Jody trashed BVS when it came out. You know what I'm saying? The audience trashed BVS when it came out. That's why they did all this shit on Justice League. You know, like, people like him are the reason. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, God forbid we look at the facts here. Anyway, that's about all he says here. That's about all he says. He throws this fucking this was like the part where I'm like, oh my god, it's Clay Enos, right? This was the part where, like, oh my god, like I already know this blurry photo there. Like, I already know like who that is. Like, when it was blurred out, I'm like, oh shit, he's talking about Clay Enos. Like, dude, I was like, wow, you really gonna fucking throw Clay Enos under the bus here? It's fucking wild, dude. Fucking wild. Of course they're hurt by it. Like, who would it be? You know what I'm saying? They're allowed to talk about these people however they want to in private. You know what I'm saying? But to say that Zack Snyder is, he's fucking making a plan to get all these people's heads is a little extreme. It's a little extreme. It could be true. It could not be true. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of just throwing that out there, you know, with like no evidence here. What do you guys saying here? Josh is a turd. Yes, Josh Whedon was a shit on Justice League set. I think we all know that. All right. Yes, he does show that at the end here. Jose M here. Which, you know, like, if that's Clay Enos taking that photo, then he really had this conversation with Clay Enos. So, like, just Jody saying this stuff puts huge implications on Zack Snyder. And it kind of makes, like, the whole Ray Fisher thing. Like, does Zack Snyder have Ray Fisher's back? Is Ray Fisher really putting his career on the line here? Or does Zack Snyder like, oh, just do this, dude. I got you back. You know, you'll be in films. I'll put you in stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's huge implications Jody's putting on Zack Snyder here, which is a little ridiculous because, like, fucking for 30 minutes of this video, he's kind of talking out of his ass, and he gets a lot of facts wrong, and then he's just gonna put these huge fucking implications and fucking accusations that Zack Snyder is purposely going after these people and trying to get their heads. Even though Kevin Tsujihara, that guy stepped down in at the end of 2017. Kevin Tsujihara was gone at the end of 2017. Jeff Johns steps down as DC Films president at the end of 2017. Josh Whedon steps down from his projects, So technically, I think Zack Snyder already won here. So I don't know about getting their heads. I don't know what that's supposed to mean here. But anyway, he keeps talking here. And here's the photo he shows. All right, we got to sit through an ad by a Fitness Planet here. No enrollment for Fitness Planet because nobody wants to go to the gym. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here is the photo that Jody's Corner is claiming is from Clay Enos. That's what he's claiming. This is a photo taken by Clay Enos. That's how he can prove he talked to Clay Enos. So, it's just interesting. It's just you guys are talking about BVS right now. I have a picture of LeBron and sent me I play for the Lakers. That's funny. That's funny. But still, whether he talked to Clay Enos or not, that's up for Clay Enos to say, right? That's up for let's see what Clay Enos says. Let's see what he says. What do you guys think of all this? I know it's not from the Wonder Woman. It's from the fucking first Wonder Woman movie. What do you think I said, man? Is it from the TV show? No, it's not. It's from the first movie, isn't it? I don't know what it's from. It's a fake. The whole story is a fake. I don't know. Guys. I just know that Jody's Corner is trying to paint this situation like Zack Snyder is purposefully vengeful and trying to get revenge against all these people. And that's the thing I've been worried about this whole time. But since it's coming from Jody, we can guarantee that there's a lot of not truths to it. What does Hot Take say? Okay, we talk about BBS here. Okay. I like BBS, guys. That's a great movie. But anyway, that's my reaction to the Jody thing. I think it's up to Clay Enos to come out and disprove it. Right? I think it's up to him to say, oh, this is all bullshit. This photo is from Clay Enos, though. At least that's what Jody is claiming. And if that is true, then he actually probably did talk to Clay Enos at one point. Because, you're not going to talk to the guy taking your photo? Anyway. I don't know. How does that make you guys feel, though? How does it make you guys feel knowing that maybe Zack Snyder is really, I don't know, he's kind of bitter about all this. I don't think it might be the case. It might be the case. Wouldn't you be bitter? Let's be honest here. Wouldn't you be a little vengeful if the movie was taken out of your hands and they put out that trash Justice League in your name? They literally put Zack Snyder's name on it. Parademon 23. I think Zack Snyder deserves some I told you so at the very least. Oh, yeah. He definitely, especially if the Snyder Cut is successful, right? I think Zack Snyder deserves a little bit I was fucking right the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I think he deserves that, right? But to say he's actually planning out all of this, right? And he's actually, vengeful. It's kind of a step too far. You're kind of accusing him of manipulating his huge fan base. Well, not huge, manipulating the fan base into doing his bidding for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just fucking, it's real weird. It's real weird here. Why he would do it now. You had this information for how many years, Jody? And you come out now? It's what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? Revenge will be complete 39 days from now. Yeah, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Is this all for just revenge? I don't think so. I think it's just to get Zack Snyder's movie out there. I think it's just for, to see what a director really had. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, at least I hope it's not. I hope it's not revenge. I hope it's not out of spite, because that would make me lose so much respect for Zack Snyder. it would make me lose so much respect for everything that's gone to this point. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at fans like Dave the Film Junkie, you know, he says, you know, like, I want Zack Snyder's Justice League title to be that because it's a FU to Toby Emmerich. It's just like, you know, what? Did you learn nothing from BVS? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's going to do it now. That's going to do it. I'll be on for an hour talking about this fucking video. He gets so many facts wrong in that first 30 minutes. That's tough to believe the last 10. But if it's true, the implications are massive. The implications are massive. Wide-reaching effects. It means everything that Ray Fisher's done to this point is out of spite. It is just Zack Snyder's bidding, which is something I was concerned about this whole time. I've been trying to tell you guys this whole time that was my main concern, that was happening here. But, you know, we'll see here. I really don't, you know, at this point, I just want to see the fucking Justice League movie. That's all I'm here for. That's all I'm fucking here for. Everyone likes to make all these big fucking, like, you know, it's more than a movie, but, like, no. Like, I just want to see the fucking movie that we were supposed to see. Leonard, what do you think about the infighting about the movie versus series for Justice League? Oh, it's all about fucking egos here. It's all about egos here. Dude, the only reason Garza wants it to be a series is because he fucking, he came up with the idea. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really think about anything beyond that. And I like the idea of a movie better because it was initially a 4-hour like movie that they were going to break up into a, you know, parts here. Yes, Kal-El, they did Zack dirty. But just because somebody does you dirty doesn't mean that you could just kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you could just fucking, you know, be spiteful and vengeful and ruin people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much, guys. Do you guys learn nothing from superheroes and comic books? Like, come on. Come on. Justice is different than revenge. And justice will be served in March. But it's not revenge. It's justice. All right, we're finally getting Zack Snyder's. The real justice will be if Zack Snyder's Justice League ends up being a massive fucking hit, right? That will be the real justice. But if it doesn't, then it'll fade into oblivion and whatever. You know, I don't fucking care. I just want to see the movie. Anyway, that's it for now. Just a hot take. You fucking just want me to get going on Jeff Johns. Do you think Jeff Johns is a racist? No, he's not a racist, guys. His first wife is black. All right? Learn about these people that are getting these accusations. Jeff Johns' first wife is black. Okay? You know what I'm saying? He's not a racist. But anyway, that's going to do it. That's it for now. There's your little Jeff Johns little tidbit today. Love it. No, revenge. You guys are out of your goddamn minds. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye for now. We went through the Jody video. That's going to do it for now. All right. I've been on for an hour. Bye-bye. Have a good one, guys. And remember, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I hope it does well. It will do well, hopefully. It has 2 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, so that's enough time to see how it does. Let's see how it does. Let's see what the attachment rate is on the movie. Hopefully people don't click off the movie because it's 4 hours long. And we'll see how it does here. That's really going to determine things going forward with the DC movies. And, of course, that's it. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.